With the halfway point of the 2025 regular season approaching, the focus around the league begins to slowly shift towards the All-Star game. And just as every year, there's players that defy expectations or have a career resurgence and put together an early season case for an All-Star spot. Today, let's have a look at some of these early season surprises. Before we get into this, I want to mention this video was written and recorded on the 8th of June, so all the stats mentioned in this video are per that day. With that being out of the way, let's get into our first player, Cal Raleigh, catcher for the Seattle Mariners. Cal Raleigh being on this list might surprise a few people since he's always been a great player on both sides of the ball, comprising a roundabout 750 OPS from 2022 to 2024, good for a 117 OPS plus in that span. But this season in 2025, the Gold and Platinum Glove winner from last year has turned his offensive game up a notch. So far this season, he has racked up a 1.035 OPS, good for a 198 OPS plus. He leads the league in home runs with 26. Keep in mind his career high is 34, so he's likely gonna blow past that by a long shot. He's currently 99th percentile in barrel rate at 23.2% and has gone up to 82nd percentile in launch angle sweet spot percentage. For comparison, last year he was 68th percentile in launch angle sweet spot percentage, so he's brought that up quite a bit. He's improved his stats against basically all pitch types, but the biggest change is this man is crushing off-speed pitches for a 292 average and a 542 slugging. Whereas in 2024, he hit those same pitches for a 210 average and a 392 slugging. Can he go a full season crushing baseballs like this? We'll just have to wait and see, because he is outperforming his expected values by a little bit. His 269 batting average is 13 points higher than his expected batting average of 256, and his 634 slugging percentage is 36 points higher than his 598 expected slugging. Either way, whether or not he keeps this success up that he has right now, or if he regresses down to earth just a little bit, he is well on pace for his first All-Star appearance. For our second entry to this list, let's look at a pitcher, Tyler Mahle of the Texas Rangers. After making just 8 total starts over the last 2 seasons, he is currently sitting at 13 starts in 2025, having gone 5-3 with a 2.02 ERA thus far. It is important to mention that his success currently is vastly outperforming his expected stats. His expected ERA of 3.71 is more than 1.5 runs higher than his actual ERA. His 255 expected batting average against is almost 60 points higher than his actual batting average against of 196. And his expected slugging percentage against of 390 is about 130 points higher than his actual slugging percentage against of 262. This year he has been aided by a low batting average on balls in play of just 235, with the league average sitting around 300. So he is due for some regression to the means. As he's currently earning $16.5 million in his final contract year with the Rangers are certainly hoping that he can keep this production up to help them either A, get back into contention after a somewhat struggling start to the season, or at the very least make himself a trade piece come the deadline if the Rangers continue to struggle. And who knows, he may as well earn himself an All-Star spot along the way. This next player is the most recent debutee of this list, Hye-Seong Kim of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of all the Dodgers offseason signings, which if you remember included extending Tommy Edman and signing Blake Snell, he may have just been the best one. Now, Kim started the season in AAA, getting called up in early May, and so far he has been nothing short of sensational. In 25 games so far, he has hit for a 411 average, a 441 on base percentage, and a 554 slugging percentage, good for a 995 OPS or a 182 OPS plus. Now granted, this is a very small sample size of just 56 at-bats, but he has been everything the Dodgers were hoping for and then some in the 9-hole, playing versatile defense and providing great setup for the top of the lineup with Ohtani, Betts, Freeman, and whoever else the Dodgers pluck up there. Now, will he be able to maintain this level of production? Let's be honest, it's not likely. He is outperforming his expected batting average on both breaking balls and off-speed, most notably on off-speed pitches by 330 points. And no, this is not a typo. His expected batting average against off-speed is 208. He's actually batting 538 against them, a 330 point increase. Either way, whether or not he regresses or he actually keeps up this performance and ends up the next Ted Williams, the Dodgers are certainly glad to have him on the roster for the next couple of seasons. Next up on the list, Jacob Wilson. After getting a 28-game taste in late 2024, Jacob Wilson is breaking out in 2025 as a very unique hitter. In 62 games thus far, he only has 16 strikeouts. That is the second least among qualified hitters, beaten only by Luis Arias, who has a whopping 5 strikeouts this season. Along with his very low strikeout numbers, Jacob Wilson is currently slashing 370, 407, 524. Good for a 931 OPS or a 161 OPS plus. Along with being an elite hitter, Jacob Wilson has also established himself as a very aggressive hitter. He is just seeing 3.167 pitches per plate appearance on average. For comparison, Luis Arias, the only guy with less strikeouts than him, sees about half a pitch more per at-bat at 3.657. Nolan Shanuel, the first baseman of the Los Angeles Angels, is currently seeing 4.024 pitches per at-bat, and MVP Shohei Ohtani is seeing 3.912 pitches. According to Baseball Reference, the only player who sees fewer pitches per plate appearance is Ernie Clement of the Toronto Blue Jays at 3.09. With his approach and the production resulting from that approach, Jacob Wilson is very quickly becoming a Rookie of the Year contender, if not a favorite in the American League. And who knows, Jacob Wilson might just end up doing a side quest on his rookie campaign and get himself an all-star spot for good measure. To add even more to Jacob Wilson and his early success, currently he is pacing to be the first rookie since Ichiro to have 200 hits in their full rookie season, which is nothing short of insane. The last player I want to spotlight on today's list is Kris Bubic, a starting pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. Now, Bubic pitched out of the pen in 2024 as he was recovering and coming back from Tommy John surgery. He has now worked his way back to the rotation this year, and he's taking his chance and running with it. In 12 starts as per recording of this video, he is a total 5-3 with a 1.43 ERA. And to add more to this, in his last 6 starts, he has pitched 39.1 innings, completed 7 full innings 4 times, and allowed a grand total of 3 earned runs. How has he done this? Well, he's kind of revamped his arsenal a little bit. He has reduced his sweeper usage from 36% to 21% roundabout, and upped his changeup usage from 16% last year to also around 21%. He also has reintroduced his slider, which he threw only 0.2% at a time in 2024, and is now throwing around about 14% this year. Now, he is, as of right now, the best qualified starter on the Royals by a long shot. And contrary to what I've said about some of the other players who are outperforming their expected stats, Bubic has expected stats to back up his success for now. His expected batting average sits at a very respectable 77th percentile. His average exit velocity against sits in the 91st percentile, very good, and his hard hit rate also sits at a 78th percentile. All very good stats that indicate that his success might just be here to stay. Now, Bubic's stats this year are, of course, in large discrepancy from his career norms, both in actual stats and his percentile rankings. So it'll be fun to see if he can maintain this production throughout this season and, of course, the next season and beyond. As of right now, Kris Bubic is well on his way to an all-star spot, and he has been nothing short of a very welcome surprise for the Royals rotation. And with that, that concludes my list of early season surprises. Let me know in the comments below. Who are your current favorite early season surprises, and who has got your vote for the All-Star game? Furthermore, if you enjoyed the video, please consider liking and subscribing, would really help out the channel a lot. And with that, I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.